Well, from day one, I thought, yeah, of course I have to teach the language system because that's what it's all about. If you've got to acquire a language, you need to manage the language system, you need to be fluent. All we language teachers know. But from day one, I wanted it to go beyond that. I was interested, well, it's got a bit to do with my personal story, my history. I started learning English when I was little just because I wanted to sing the lyrics of certain songs. So for me, language has always been associated with expression, with art, with letting people know something that you want to share with them. So it's influenced my work from day one. It was my objective really to reach out to others through song, through poetry. And then I had a teacher who changed my life last year of secondary school, who instead of, practicing and practicing and practicing the language I needed to practice, gave me short stories. And whatever practice we did was on the basis of those short stories. And I discovered my passion for teaching literature, because I was already an avid reader, but I discovered my passion for teaching literature with her. And also with a rather sad event, which I tell in one of my poems, which, interestingly enough, I wrote in English. It's a poem called Digging, in relationship to a famous poem by Seamus Heaney. That's why the title. And it's a true story, really, that started me off. It's my dad digging a big hole at the back of our house in the garden to bury books, because he knew the dictatorship was coming. He knew we would be in danger for what we read. And so I start the poem with, bring me your books, my father said. And I could see the shovel in his hand. And the books have remained there in the house I sold recently, the family house. But I kept one, and I hid it in my bedroom, and I took it to school. And my first reading group ever was a group of secondary school mates. We would hide behind a shop that was at the corner of the school, and I would read aloud to them the forbidden short stories of Julio Cortázar. And that really meant discovering a vocation for me. And so in that poem, which I wrote in the language I acquired, not in my mother tongue, because I couldn't bring myself to do it in my mother tongue, I discovered that I could also reach out to other people through poetry in my second language. So I don't know if that answers your question.